there are some presidents who stand so tall that we all feel comfortable. He was the kind, gentle, tough, experienced uncle that we all wish we had.
Eisenhower's leadership qualities were different from nearly all of the other presidents of the 20th century. I think that Eisenhower had ample opportunity to really self-consciously develop his leadership style. And that was really one of commanding personal respect. That's how he operated in the White House.
Now, he was cautious, and much of that is a function of his military background, understanding that you just don't run head first into a conflict. You have to take a close look at it and make sure that the path you are intending to pursue is the best path.
He was deliberative, he was organized. He often stepped back and worked at a distance, allowing very capable people to do the delegated work. Eisenhower got done some rather remarkable things. For example, his commitment to creating infrastructure all across the United States, the interstate highway system. It's no small thing, actually, to coordinate that.
I think some people get wrong that because Eisenhower was a Republican, that somehow he was necessarily conservative. He had some very middle-of-the-road stances on a number of issues.
There were many Republicans who had every expectation that Eisenhower would repudiate the New Deal. But in fact, he not only preserves the existing programs that come out of the New Deal, but he expands them. So Republican Eisenhower was far more involved with preserving the social welfare system than most people recognize.
Eisenhower believed that the military is an instrument of foreign policy, but the last resort. That it's the job of the president to do everything possible to keep us out of war. And he got us out of the war in Korea. He resisted going to war in the Middle East. Now, domestically, he did the opposite. When it was necessary to call for troops in Little Rock, he did so. And that was an enormously brave decision.
Eisenhower cultivates this self-presentation of great simplicity, that he's this stereotype of the genial uncle who's just presiding over a rather uneventful period. But in fact, he's very involved, and he chooses to do much of this behind the scenes. And this is probably in keeping with his character, which is this more reserved and cautious character.
So I think, for my money, Eisenhower is one of the best presidents of the 20th century because he understood the American people's need for stability and security.